Good afternoon, welcome to Camnet TV Media News. I am Precious Mzeya Sakaleji. The headlines. Super Ken in Tat as President EDGAR LUNGU declares 28th April KK holiday. UPND'S HAKAINDE HICHILEMA to ensure free education in honor of KK. Join me with the media news in detail after this commercial.
May I please have 1 beer and 2 glasses?
Do you have champagne? Yes.
Hold that thought. No champagne, just for the month. You know we gotta keep on texting R to 9595.
I'm sick and tired of this R9595.
You stand a chance of your lifetime to win a brand new 2020 Range Rover Evoque when you text R to 9595. From as little as 5 kwacha, you get 1 entry. 10 kwacha for 3 entries, and 20 kwacha will give you a whopping 7 entries. There will also be daily and weekly consolation prizes up for grabs. That's great news, right? Competition runs from 12th of May to 31st of August 2021 and is only open to Zamtel subscribers. Terms and conditions apply.
Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
Mr. President, allow me to thank you. As a grandmother, left with huge responsibility, the social cash transfer that you have been giving us goes a long way. At least I can afford to buy my beautiful grandchildren school supplies. We thank your pro-poor government for supporting more vulnerable citizens like me as our president for the next 5 years.
And now the media news in detail. Zambia's Republican President EDGAR LUNGU has declared 28th April as national holiday in honor of Zambia's first Republican President, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, who has since been put to rest. Speaking at the church service of late Dr. Kaunda, President EDGAR LUNGU says 28th April 1924 is the day Dr. Kaunda was born and that there is need to honor the legacy of Zambia's founding father. And son to the late President Panji Kaunda says every activity government was undertaking to ensure that his father is put to rest was agreed upon with the family. Dr. Kaunda died on the 17th of June 2021 from pneumonia at the age of 97.
The church service of the late Zambia's first Republican President, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, was attended by many officials, among them former Mozambique President Joaquim Chissano. And Zambia's Republican President, Dr. Edgar Lungu, has since declared Dr. Kenneth Kaunda's birthday, which falls on the 28th of April, as a national holiday in honor of Zambia's founding father. President Lungu says Dr. Kaunda was a visionary leader who wanted to ensure that not only Zambia but Africa as a whole became liberated.
I can only urge each and every one of us to emulate the character and good ways of Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda. Let us all emulate him by being patriotic, and by this I mean we should all love our country, Zambia. Despising your country each day and each night is not patriotism. Patriotism means doing what is good for a country. Patriotism means making a contribution to the well-being of your country. Patriotism means speaking well of your country. To this effect, fellow countrymen, I, Edgar Lungu, President of the Sovereign Republic of Zambia, now declare April 28th, the birthday of His Excellency Dr. David Kaunda, a national holiday.
And in a twist of events, United Independent Party President Bishop Trevor Mwamba in his speech advocated that Dr. Kaunda be buried next to his wife as this was his wish. But son to Dr. Kaunda, Panji Kaunda, says his family is grateful for the effort that government has put in to ensure that his father is given a decent send-off.
So come together and join your brothers and sisters and use the bed to calm down your country. We've seen since he died, this violence, those of us who are trying to beg Father Jesus and we calm down, and it's a hope from now onwards we shall move together as one Zambia, one nation.
We wait down and my two brothers who go to the first and second, but the younger and the third and the understood that he wanted us to appreciate the beauty and magnificence of our own country first.
And United Church of Zambia Synod Bishop Reverend Sidney HICHILEMA has called on all Zambians to love the Lord, as that will enable them to love one another and desist from any political violence.
Because we want to honor God in this nation, and we should declare a Christian nation. It is His love for God that we made today to strive to build the kingdom of the children of Israel. Your Excellency and distinguished citizens of this great nation, if we want, if we can continue to fear the Lord.
Prudence Jota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
The body of Zambia's late former President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda has been buried at Lusaka's Embassy Park 21 days after his death. Despite being put to rest at the presidential burial site, there were some issues between his family and the state over the final resting place.
The body of Zambia's founding father and the country's first Republican president, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, has been buried in Lusaka at Embassy Park after 21 days since his death. Dr. Kaunda died on the 17th of June 2021 at the age of 97. After his death, the head of state, President EDGAR LUNGU, declared 3 weeks of national mourning. His body was also taken around the country for members of the public to pay their respect. His body was also taken around the country for members of the public to pay their last respect. Among those at the burial service was the head of state, different dignitaries, and former Mozambique president was also in attendance. And 21 gun salutes were done in his honor. And this was a message from the family.
Mr. President, the Kaunda family is greatly humbled by this spontaneous demonstration of love which Dr. Kaunda himself abundantly shared with the people of Zambia in everything that he did, said, and thought. The family also acknowledges with thanks receipt of messages of condolences from within and beyond Zambia.
Dr. Kaunda, popularly known as Keke or Super Ken, rose to prominence as a key figure in what was then Northern Rhodesia's independence movement from Britain in the 1950s. Dr. Kaunda, described by many as a selfless leader, fought against white minority rule in what was then Northern Rhodesia, took power after independence from Britain in 1964. Miriam Kayamba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Opposition political leaders have described the late President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda as a hero who fought to unite Zambia as one despite it having 72 tribes. Speaking shortly after the church service, United Party for National Development leader HAKAINDE HICHILEMA says Dr. Kaunda was a visionary leader who ensured that free education was attained for all. Meanwhile, Heritage Party President Chishala Kateka has described Dr. Kaunda as a unifier who wanted to see a united Zambia as opposed to seeing brothers fight one another due to difference in tribe. And Democratic Party Vice President Judith Kabemba says Dr. Kaunda fought for One Zambia, One Nation motto, which every citizen must strive to protect.
Many opposition leaders in Zambia spared their campaign time to attend the church service of the late Zambia's first Republican president. And speaking shortly after the church service, United Party for National Development leader HAKAINDE HICHILEMA says he will remember Dr. Kaunda for the tireless effort he made at ensuring that Zambians attend a free education.
Didn't segregate them. That's a lesson we learned. But more importantly, tried his best to develop the country so that people can have, basics in life. I think that's what we need to emulate. That's what Zambians should look forward to. A country where it offers opportunities for all, so we can live Dr. Kaunda's life, so we can keep his legacy forever.
And Heritage Party President Tishalakateka says Zambians have a lot to learn from the way President Kaunda managed the affairs of the country without leaving anyone behind.
Find that after he lost the elections, in fact, even before he lost the elections, he was able to bring the elections forward because he was looking at the peace of the country. And he brought the elections forward. And he lost those elections. Of course, he tried to come back, but we see that he saw life beyond the elections. He saw beyond the presidency and became a senior statesman, which is way above a president.
And Party of National Unity President Hive Hamadudu says whoever the Zambian people who elect as president should be respected, as was the case when President Kaunda lost power. Meanwhile, Democratic Party Vice President Judith Kabemba wants Zambians to uphold the One Zambia, One Nation motto as a way of honoring Dr. Kaunda.
Children of Kaunda, and we have become what we are today because of his patriotism, his love for the people, and uplifting the people wherever they were, to become what they could be in life. Under Dr. Kaunda, we were given an opportunity, wherever we were in the country, to rise to every level we wanted through the socio-economic ladder, especially free education. And therefore, we mourn a true patriot, a man who laid a true foundation.
Principle to never trade Zambia, even for leadership. I want to believe that Dr. Kenneth Kaunda did a lot for this country. He went through a lot to make sure that we got our independence. But even after going through everything that he went through, he made sure when it was time for him to leave the stage, he did leave the stage.
Meanwhile, scores of Lusaka residents lined up the street to pay their last respect to Dr. Kaunda. Those spoken to had this to say.
He gave us free education. He had no segregation despite the tribe we were from.
Kwanza madezi amene tinali kukula ise amene kunali bakaunda tinali kulemekeza makolo ndiponso kulemekeza angankale imfa niyamika kwambiri kuti lero napezekapo pano pasikula lero kuti nione kuti batate banga bayikiwa tibayamikira bakaunda kuti mtendere wamene taona uyu ni beve ndiponso mtendere wamene uyu upitirize.
He has this motto, these words of love and unity. We are always in his mouth, and we are now going through that. That's why we are even achieving because of his love and unity ways.
Prudence Jota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
The news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. Super Ken in Tad as President Edgar Lungu declares 28th April KK holiday. UPND'S HAKAINDE HICHILEMA to ensure free education in honor of KK. Thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Remember to stay safe, always wear your mask, avoid crowded places, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Stay safe and good afternoon.